And we're back, Facebook Live. Glad you're joining us. If you're just now joining us, this is the minus 68 kilogram category. This is our quarterfinals. This is our third quarterfinal of the day between Michael Thorns and Daniel Alexander. Alexander in the red, Thorns in the blue. Thorns out of Washington State. Daniel Alexander out of Levittown, New York. Good score right off the bat. Alexander scores right off the bat. Ooh, a nice little flip over the shoulder. Almost got him. And again, close. So he's been close 2 times to the head right off the bat. Two newer athletes to our pipeline as we haven't seen a ton of them compete. So good to see some new athletes here, some up and comers, if you will, here in our national team fight off. Nice leg control there by Alexander. He just kind of hung his leg, tried to move it from the axe kick over to the other side. Good compressed front leg by Thorns, but he can't get enough on it to score. Now he's getting pushed around just a bit. Did a good job of moving, just kind of ducking and weaving there, not to get hit in the head. It's a nice off the line, hits his foot. That's going to be painful. This time he does score the second one. So, and delays it high to low and scores the third one. That was creative by Daniel Alexander. Very creative move. Good, nice attack there by Thorns. Doesn't get the point, but definitely got a good touch on the chest protector and just barely, again, misses barely with the axe kick. So he's close. But nice big looping crescent kick. Just give Alexander a lot of credit. He's got a good feel and gets that left arm nice and high and cover. There's his left leg inside. So he adds to his lead with a little nice compressed left leg inside roundhouse kick to take an 8-0 lead. Again, good control there by Alexander. He's really finding different angles, different distances, and Thorne's having a hard time reading Dan Alexander at this point. Big swing to the head that time. 15 seconds left here in round number 1 of this quarterfinal action. Now ends round 1. Alexander, a nice start with an 8-0 lead over Daniel Thorns. Thorns from the Washington United club area, state of Washington, and Joe Whitworth at the helm. But there's a lot of really elite coaches in that group. I'm going to shout out to Kevin Brooks and Trinity Tong Osborne. Just a elite group of coaches and athletes there in Washington. Miss you guys. Hope to see everyone soon. I'm on the other side, Daniel Alexander. Again, Levittown, New York is where he's from. He actually won a silver at the Seoul Championships there in Korea. So he spends a lot of time in Korea, he said. And then he loves to go on long night walks. That's a new one. So we'll take that. Long walks. And he said he likes the wind at night. So good for you, Daniel Alexander, your night walks. He's coached here today by Joshua Vong, his coach at home, Young Jun Sun. Joshua Wong helping him out here today. Round number 2, 8-0, Alexander over Thorns. Trying to show that his pad is completely off. Does a good job of alerting the referee without really stopping the match. Again, two relatively newcomers. I haven't seen it. That's a strange back kick, but it's almost going to score. He's not turning his head. He's keeping his head there. So he's not really turning his head. So I don't think you're going to get enough on it because he's not getting enough hip action, but it's pretty well timed. Nice swinging right leg way out wide, then pulls it across to make it that wide crescent kick, which is extremely popular when guys are covering their head to just swing it right across and use the censor on that big toe area of your foot and score. Good, nice head kick there. So Thorne's just covering his body, and Alexander just changes the angle, rings it right up the head, and scores to take a 13-1 lead. So a casual 13-1 lead. So it's been a casual match so far. Neither fighter willing to really open it up, but Alexander hasn't had to. Good cover there by Thorns. Oh, that's a smart kick. Just drags it up, a little cut flip right to the head of Thorns. Makes it 16-1. So he's having a lot of success. Looks for it again with a little punch axe kick. So I like good movement. Good movement by Alexander. Alexander's impressing me. Just he's very unorthodox, but what he does extremely well. Like that, right there. Exactly what I'm saying. He just held his leg up, dragged it across, and scored. So he's been very impressive to this point. Just really kind of does it his own way, and it works really well. Go, there's the inside left leg. Now this is trouble. This is trouble for Thorns. He's going to be out here in 2 rounds if he doesn't get a quick point. He needs to score because he's been shut out. The only point coming on a deduction on Alexander's. Let's see if he can do it. Oh, he scores last second. Unbelievable. I mean, last second head kick by Thorns. Unreal. And honestly, Alexander's kind of kicking himself as he relaxed, thought he had it, put his hands down casually, stood there in that boundary and got kicked right in the head. So, wow, big change of events. That match was basically over. So at 22-4, we're going to continue on here in the third round with Michael Thorne scoring 3 points from Washington. He's just 3 points to the good, just so last second, literally inside a second, was able to score to the head. Alexander's had a tough last few seconds as he drops his mouth guard. It's really tough. That's it. He scores inside really quick to end the match. Give Alexander a lot of credit. He didn't lose focus. He came out, got those points. But it is Daniel Alexander who will move to the semifinals. Michael Thorns bows out in the quarters. And one more quarterfinal for you today, and it will be Marcus Monday taking on Nathan Rogers. Fighter. He's going to have an interesting day as he's going to be tough to beat. We have one more quarter coming for you momentarily, so don't go anywhere. Coming back with the -68 quarterfinal match here in just a second.